Hello, and welcome to the Real-Esteem podcast. Today is April the 2nd, 2018. I'm your host, Patrick Tabor, and today on the Identity Edition, we're going to talk about enjoyment. If you'd like to listen to any of our previous podcasts or get more information about our book, please visit us at enith.com, EYNIITH.com. What good is it to work, to toil, to accomplish all these goals, to achieve all these dreams, but never actually get a chance to enjoy them? To spend time looking back over what you've done and saying it's good. Actually taking time out to look at what you've accomplished and speak life in the sense that, yes, it's good. I accomplished it. It's almost like watching a sunset when you can look back over your life and look at the accomplishments that you've done. It's not that you're praising yourself or you're lifting yourself up, but you can also say, look what God has done. In Ecclesiastes 3, 9 through 13, it says, "What gain has the worker from his toil? I have seen the business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, he has put eternity into man's heart. Yet, so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end, I perceive that there is nothing better for them than to be joyful and to do good as long as they live. Also, that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all his toil. This is God's gift to man." So in that scripture, it says many things, but, it's asking the question, what gain is it for a worker for his toil? It's obvious that, you have to take your own time out to enjoy what you've done. Yes, you have a Sabbath. Yes, you have a day of rest. But, there's moments where you do have to kind of stop and smell the flowers. You have to stop and look at what God has actually done for you. You have to look and see the accomplishments that he's helped you finish. Those things are valuable. They're important. They help you move further. You can't, I know there's a scripture that says, no man looking back, plowing a field, plows looking backwards. But in this sense, in this scripture, it's saying your gift is to enjoy that you've made it this far, that you've accomplished some of these things, that you're still with God, that you're still trying to follow him. There's many things that you can be grateful and thankful for based on the things that you've been able to achieve. But you have to take in perspective. You can think, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? But if you do not stop to say thank you for what you've done, if you do not stop to look at what he's actually helped you accomplish, because you didn't do it by yourself. If you don't take time out to enjoy what you have, there may come a time where you don't have any time to enjoy them or that. It really makes no sense to waste or squander opportunities to enjoy the things that God's given you. Now, in all of that, you must be disciplined. You must be careful not to make an idol out of the things that you've accomplished. But if you never look back, what is your testimony built on? Is your testimony not built on the things that God has helped you accomplish? And how is that going to be beneficial to anyone else if you never speak out those things that he helped you accomplish? And when you speak, if you don't have joy about the things he helped you accomplish. So, be strategic and understand that you have to take time out and enjoy what God has done. You have to look back over your fields. For example, when my grass, it's that season again, and I waited a week or two to mow the grass, as I always do every year. And, I went out and I did it. But, once it was done, regardless of me being sore and my hip hurting and whatever the case was, when I look out the window of my home and I see that the yard's cut, that it's manicured, that it's straight, it's not that it really is important that it matches the neighbors, but it's good that you're not the yard that has the, 2 foot grass, whereas everybody else is done. It was just really good to look outside and see that it's finished. It's good to take that time out and enjoy what God has helped you accomplish. I mean, I know it's simple, but think about the greater things in life beyond mowing the grass. Think about your children that have made it through different trials and tribulations and had certain successes. Think about the gains and the gifts that they have. Think about the times where you didn't think you would come out and you did. Think about the circumstances that you thought you would die in and you didn't. So it is always good to stop and look at the things that God has done and enjoy the gifts that God has given you. In chapter 3, verse 13 says, also that everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all his toil. This is God's gift to man. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed. Grace and peace.